Yeah, I probably want it more for them than anything else. It's hard to put into context. When you go, it's the behind the scenes stuff, right? And so, they work so hard, and we dressed like the fourth quarter fade outs, and then we went through this FIBA break, and we did some roadmaps with some guys, and we were able to recalibrate some of their plans and the direction they wanted to go in, and then we went with this week with what the scout and the game plan looked like, and like guys, they come in early and they're doing extras in the afternoon, and we're doing all the things right to prepare, and also they're taking control of their careers. They want bigger and better things, and they want to capitalize in basketball, and so they do a lot of good work. And so we went with a game plan with a bit of, key areas of focus. And, for the most part, we did really, really well. Availability, again, right, Wardenberg, we'll find out what the status is with him. But, he was really good for us in the first quarter. And then I don't know where it happened. Something happened during the game where, he's labouring a little bit. And then, obviously, Tanner with the foul trouble. Rob had a tough game. And there were good looks in the first half, really good looks in the first half that didn't drop. And then Sydney just turned up the physicality in the second half, which frustrated him. And then it sort of broke a lot of what we were trying to do. So, we lose a bit of focus when we start to, I don't want to say panic, but there's a lot of people that try and shoulder a lot of burden that they don't need to. We just need to do what we did during the week and move the ball and find the balance in the offense. And when teams adjust defensively, we got the counters and we rep it and we acknowledge it, we know it. It's just, we lose sight of it sometimes. But, again, the boys battled. I know they'll be disappointed. Imports combined, they combined for 5 of 32, So I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying they will feel that. And, as long as they come back to work next week and work on that, and we'll continue to make the adjustments, the effort was there.
You guys came across with the rebounds, 55 to 41. That was an area you addressed or sort of said that you were going to address this week?
Yeah, and especially with the big out, so with KG not available and Wardenberg also, out for a good stretch there. We put the focus on it has to be a collective effort. We can't just sit there and assume that the bigs will take care of it. The guards have got to get in on it too. So, they beat us up last time. We addressed that. But not just Sydney. We've had games we've lost where, we've really been outnumbered on the rebounding. So it was good that we sort of had that level of focus. But again, we missed layups. We missed wide open looks. Those areas and again, I think Sydney had 3 offensive rebounds off the foul line. That's just a loss of, focus in a very small window when they know what their assignment is. And we'll just continue acknowledging it better.
You talked about them panicking. I guess you think the fact that they keep losing, it's becoming more and more difficult to close out games and actually win?
Oh, with a young group, definitely. I mean, I don't want to, this is something now where, I want to address the nervous energy with the group. I just want them to enjoy basketball and play, and if we worry about just playing and not focus on, this 9-game slide or 10-game slide or, the sun's going to rise tomorrow and, you're still going to have your responsibilities in life that you need to take care of and the expectations, and I still need you guys to come to work and bring it every day. So I think now we're putting so much focus on getting the win rather than just playing to win. You get that with a young group. We need a little bit of stability. The guys need to remind themselves what it feels like to get that winning feeling. That will shift the focus. But I don't think me yelling at them is going to fix it. I don't think me barking at them. We know what we're doing wrong. We know the areas we need to fix. And again, we got guys that are stepping up in the absence of others. Can't fault them for effort and trying. We don't intentionally go out and shoot 21% from 3. But you definitely start to tighten up the more you miss. We've just got to keep with the message, keep with the process, and we'll review this game the same we have with all of them, regardless of the result.
Just with Sam Wardenberg, just touching on him, those 5 offensive rebounds he had in the first 5 minutes, did he really set the tone for the slide?
Yeah, definitely. And again, that's where his absence hurt us, and again, I'm not trying to put it all on one player, but he really did. He set the tone. He's a quiet leader for us. He shows it by example. He's an absolute warrior. He played FIBA, right? He played 2 games. They travelled. He came back on the Wednesday. It's a factor, right? Like, but you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell someone they can't represent their country, but it's no different to everybody else who has to make commitment to the national team to go fly internationally and then pick it up a couple of days later.
I guess Taran had 28 points. He seems to be coming back to his best, almost with that how important he is with obviously Sam being out in that last quarter.
Yeah, and both ends. The offense really got muddy, and that's not on him. You know, it is important that we've got to know what our assignments are, and so we had to just change it up to this 5-hour on ball, try and make something out of nothing because, we sort of just lost focus of what we wanted to get and how we wanted to get through things. So, yeah, Taran was great. We just got to make sure we get him more help.
Just with Rob Edwards with some of his shot selection, there was a couple of possessions where he got off the shot fairly early. Are you encouraging him to do that and just kind of make with this, and tonight he didn't execute, but other nights he'll get there, or is it more the case he'd like to see a full possession run through, like use the 24-second clock?
Well, the first half he was great, and this is it. There were good looks. You don't want to be dismissive of a missed shot as bad offense, and that was something we highlighted at half time. There was even a play we came out at quarter time where we ran a back cut. We knew it was getting denied. Let's run a back cut, and it doesn't finish on the rim. So it was just a bad night. I'm not going to sit there and start critiquing him on shot selection when, hey, it was missing layups. You know, it's a bad night for him. We'll move on, and we expect to get another 20-point game out of him next week.
On Dylan Stiles, he played a lot more minutes today. Was there something he did over the break that stood out that garnered him more minutes, or?
KG's absence
Yeah.
was a big part in that. And, like, if you come out and make an impact, and he did in that first half, he crashed and got rebounds. Tanner being in foul trouble and then Wardenberg being out, you know, you just sort of, you get your opportunity when others are out, and Dylan did a good job of capitalising on it in the absence of others.
And just on Cam coming back, was there much you could bring
On-
Cam Oliver?
Yep.
Yeah, just with him coming back, was there much you could do to stop him when he gets going, and what did you try and do, particularly in that third quarter when he started to add to his score sheet?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had a good game. You just got to defend him, right? Cool.
Easy, done.
Good, beautiful. Thank you.
Just find out. No, you can.
Oh, you good?